Hi guys, welcome to Hoops Junction. Eastern Conference semifinals. We have the Cleveland Cavaliers going head to head with the Toronto Raptors. Now, let's be clear here. Cleveland Cavaliers have not been dethroned the past 2 years, and they're looking to dominate the East once again. They have the Raptors. Last year the Raptors were able to take them to 6 games. Cleveland took a commanding 2-0 lead, and then the Raptors stormed back to tie it at 2-2. Then eventually Cleveland figured them out. Here's the thing. We all know what LeBron's going to do. We all know what Kyrie's going to do. We somewhat know what Kevin Love's going to do. As opposed to the Toronto Raptors, the only issue with them is their inconsistency. One day Kyle Lowry will have a good game, the next day he'll have a bad game. One day DeMar DeRozan will have a good game, next day he'll have a bad game. Last series, DeMar DeRozan averaged about 23 points. And Kyle Lowry averaged 13 points. If the Toronto Raptors want to win this series, they're going to need a big game from Kyle Lowry and DeMar DeRozan every night. They can't pick and choose when they want to play. Cleveland Cavaliers have the home court advantage. They have the big three. They play great at home. They're almost impossible to beat for a lot of teams at home. And, they're not necessarily clicking on all cylinders, but they're slowly but surely finding something. I've seen in the Indiana Pacers series, they started running better sets, especially their horns. Their horn set is deadly because when you get LeBron at the elbow, he could either pass it out for 3 or hit the back door for the backdoor cut for the layup. So, they're slowly but surely finding things. The only issue with the Cleveland Cavaliers is their defense. Their defense is not up to par. And you saw that where the Pacers could have stole 2 games. They could have stole game 1 and they could have stole game 3. Game 3 they're up 26 points and they just blew the lead. But that was because Cleveland's defense couldn't have stopped them. They still allowed 74 points in the first half, something to that nature. So at the end of the day, it just boils down to DeMar DeRozan and Kyle Lowry for that team. What's great for them as well is they got Serge Ibaka, who is, he's a rim protector. You saw that in the Bucks series. He blocked a hell of a shot, a lot of shots. And in addition to that, he could spread the floor, and he could force Kevin Love to somewhat defend, which is something that you need. You need to, not allow LeBron and Kyrie and Love to just keep going off, teeing off on you. You need people to go back at them. We all know that DeMar DeRozan can somewhat go back at LeBron a little bit. We know that Kyle Lowry, when he's healthy and his mind is right, he could force matchup issues. You need that third matchup issue. You need to put pressure on the whole big three. You can't allow them to just, one guy, LeBron's going off and Kyrie's going off, and you're putting pressure on Love only. Y'all put pressure on all 3 guys. And I feel like Ibaka coming puts that pressure, and he's a great rim protector. You add him with Valanciunas, that's good. Now for the Cavaliers, it's business as usual. LeBron's going to give you between 25 and 30. Kyrie, same thing, 25 and 30. Kevin Love is going to be that X factor. Can he space the floor with his shooting consistently? Because he had a couple games where he didn't necessarily play well against the Indiana Pacers, and they sat him. In addition to that, you have J.R. Smith, who defensively, he's a liability. I've seen this time and time again where he's been giving up big plays, so maybe they play Shumpert a lot more. This series is going to boil down to the defense because both teams can score. It's just defensively, what can you do? Can you shut down their second and third and fourth and fifth option? That's the thing. You can shut down a little bit of their plays, but can you continuously do that? Get stops. This series is a series about stops. And Dwayne Casey, I love Dwayne. I don't necessarily love him, but I think he's done a pretty decent job so far. But the way they struggle with the Milwaukee Bucks and they were trying to figure them out, I don't think that shows superior coaching. I feel like the Cavs will be able to get enough stops or be able to run enough effective offensive plays to outplay the Toronto Raptors. Because at the end of the day, like Charles Barkley said, it just boils down to the belief. Now you look at LeBron James and Kyrie Irving and the Cleveland Cavaliers team, they came back from 3-1. They have all the belief in the world. They don't think anybody in the East can mess with them. No other team in the East feels that way. They don't feel like we could play with them. If you look at the old New York Knicks teams back in the 90s, even though they would get beat by the Bulls, they will still feel like we can play with these guys. You know, the Miami Heat of the old against the Bulls, we could play with these guys. Nobody in the East today feels like we could really play with the Cleveland Cavaliers. And that's sad because all of you guys are pros. And all it takes is a small ounce of belief, and that could turn the series around. You know, that could make DeMar DeRozan play like a megastar. That could make Kyle Lowry play better. And I'm going to say this. Kyle Lowry, you need to play better. Like, you just need to play better. I know you got a back injury and everything like that, but some of the plays that Kyle Lowry makes, the shots that he takes, they're unacceptable. They're just plain unacceptable. And that would feed right into Cleveland's hands. So I'm going to go with Cleveland. I'm going to say they're going to win this series. I'm going to give the Raptors a little respect. They're going to win this series in 6 again, just like last year. They're going to win it in 6. Cavs in 6. This is Vlad from Hoops Junction, where Hoops meets Hoopla. Peace.